The North End Neighborhood Slow Zone pilot program has been underway for the past several months now. Project focused on reduced speeds, increased enforcement, and neighborhood safety. Now, new data is shedding light on how it all went. Corporal Kyle Wills with Boise Police Department joins us now to talk about how it went, how this project went. Really appreciate you joining us, Corporal. So what was the focus first of your role in this Slow Zone pilot program?
So, there's really kind of three focuses when it comes to traffic, and it's education, enforcement, and engineering. And the police department's role is really that education and enforcement arm.
Gotcha. Fantastic. So you were going to educate and also enforce. What did the data show about how that went as far as increased enforcement?
So we had a lot of extra work down there being done by officers, and the data showed exactly what we thought it would. So we had a 346% increase in the number of traffic stops that we were making in the area during that 3-month period. And then we had a 619% increase in the number of citations we issued during that area versus last year. So huge increases in our enforcement and education efforts.
Huge. And we were talking about that before. What were some of the sort of common violations you saw?
So by far the most common violation we saw was speeding. And with the speed limit change and all of that, it was an opportunity to do some education and some enforcement, but speeding was by far the most common.
Gotcha. And we talked about how, it's increased enforcement. Maybe people, don't like to see that. It's like, oh, I'm, getting a ticket for going like 10 over. But it's important, especially in this case. Could save lives.
Exactly, and that's really our goal, is to change or shift that culture or that driving behavior so that we can keep families whole in Boise and Idaho. That's really our goal.
Absolutely. So it's wrapping up right now. You got a bunch of good data. What happens now?
So we're going to continue, working in that area, but we're going to shift that kind of a focus all throughout the city. Traffic is a concern that we hear and see from the community all the time, and so we're just going to make sure we're addressing throughout the city the exact same enforcement and education efforts.
And we talked about, you continue to talk about sort of a change in culture, mindset, trying to create good habits amongst people driving through, because there are a lot of new neighborhoods. Like, it used to be a field. I could go 50 through here. It's like, well, it's a neighborhood now. And I imagine as much as people don't like getting tickets, things like this are effective in changing that.
They absolutely are. And that's really, like we said, that's our goal, is to get that cultural shift, keep our drivers safe, keep families whole. And if we can do that, we feel like we've won.
Absolutely. And we all win. Corporal, thank you so much. Appreciate it. More than news at noon after this.